images and running them through the filter. And this was one of the first ones that I had ever captured. And what's going on here is I'm here on my knees. I'm crying and screaming and praying, all three at once. I was in some extreme anguish. A paranormal traumatic event happened to me, something so unbelievable you guys wouldn't believe it. So if I told you, so I'm going to show you instead. So in this image here, I'm sitting here praying, and Mary's head appears right next to my head, and we're going to zoom in on this. You can't go in too tight on it, but she's looking down at my head this way. Let's see, there's pretty good. And you can make out her eye and her nose coming down, her shawl coming over, and it's in shadow right here. This is a shadow of the inside of her shawl going over her head like this. Here's her eye, her nose, her other eye would be on the other side there. Okay.
I'm doing good, thank you.
You can't go in too tight on it. And then also is this white ball with an eye in it, this white orb with an eye in it. Okay, and that's not all, because over here in this corner up here is an angel, a silhouette of an angel with his wings spread, with his back to us, standing in a shaft of light. Here's his head. There's a glow over the head. The wings are extended, and there's a feather coming off. The last feather coming off is crossing over these brown roof tiles in the background here. And you can make out there's an angel right here. And you can even see his head right here.
All right, howdy, folks. Welcome back. I told you I'd be back. A little something different now. Doing some spiritual realm stuff. Something that's a little more lighthearted and something fun to do instead of looking at the tornadoes and all the solar report and stuff like that. I could hear somebody out there going, "That wasn't enough. I wanted more. I wish he was back." So I'm back with a little bit more for you, okay? And this was just kind of the opening until a few people made it here, and I see one of the people already. So we're just going to go ahead and start this now. You've all seen that before, okay? But what I got here is these photos and flip books that I made a long time ago that we tried to view before with the broken camera, and it did not turn out well at all. So what I wanted to do was kind of go back through these and check them out now that we can see them a lot clearer. Okay, and let's start off with this one right here. Can you see this face with the eyes, the big long nose, and his chin and his mouth? It look like he has horns there. That one's pretty cool right there. Watch, woman, I'll have to give you a wrench. You've been here for a while, sweetie. Next time I'll get you a wrench. So, this is one that we had tried to view before, but it didn't come out very well. And you can see that this face is split down the middle. It's white on one side and dark on the other. And this was actually the beginning of a much bigger event. So we're going to go over to here now. And as we follow up, do you see the snub-nosed dragon face right there with the eyes and the snub nose? So this face slams together. There's the dragon, snub-nosed dragon right there. And then another face crosses. You see the eye up there? So I'm just going to kind of let that play for a minute. This snub-nosed dragon turns into another face with an eye behind it. There's like a face slides in behind it. There we go, a little bit better there. Let you kind of view some of these other strange activity in the clouds that follows me everywhere I go. The spiritual realm now has taken to the clouds. So there's that one. And then this is one of the cool ones right here. Hopefully this comes in better. This is the butterfly man. And you can see how these clouds come together. They gel. What's the term I'm looking for? They organize and just come together and make these faces and these entities. And you can see it's the butterfly man, little antennas, his bisected face, and it looks like he's reaching his hand out. Hopefully you guys can see that one. And that's probably like 10 pictures, 10 to 15 pictures all stacked on top of each other. And they're real images, real clouds. It's not a computer generated or nothing like that. So, another one that was fun was this one right here. Now, this is some kind of bird type creature with a beak right here. He has an eye on this side and an eye right here. And he's like covering up his eye and then uncovering it and doing this peekaboo thing. Can you see the eye underneath? Can you see this eye right in there? Pretty crazy stuff. And this is a reoccurring like bird theme. I'll show you another one here with what looks like, I guess everybody would say Toth. You see this beak right here, this bird type looking head. It's also a giant wolf with eyes up here in the snout. Can you see the giant wolf? All right. And these pictures morph and they change from one face into something else. It's like they're always changing or doing something. So there's that one. Hopefully you can see that wolf face there, the much bigger wolf face with eyes, the snout coming down, ears. Okay, so there's that. Then there was this incident. This one was weird. This reminds me of like a cartoon. There's like Jerry the mouse is sitting on top of this guy's head and he's lifting his eyelids open and making him see. And when he sees, he sticks his tongue out in shock. Now, this reminds me of some kind of cartoon character I've seen before. And let me go just right here. This was the formation. This was the formation of the face. You see the big nose and the crazy eyes is starting to form right here with the little mouse kind of sitting on top of his head. So those were the opening pictures as this goofy looking face started to form. And then as it formed, it did this. Okay, and I swear it looks like Jerry the mouse from Tom and Jerry or something sitting on top of his head. He's grabbing his eyelids and pulling his eyelids open. So, because he's like asleep, he can't see. And when he pulls his eyes open, all of a sudden he can see now and he sticks his tongue out in shock. All right, what was another one? Oh, this one right here. Okay, this reminds me of the Revelation 12 birth. Okay, and let's see if I can get the very top of it. So, what appears to be like a Rugrats character with these pigtails coming off the side is a midwife, and she's helping what looks like an alien type creature giving birth to the son. See, the son is the baby, and she's having labor pains. And when each time the son like goes to come out, you see her eyes open up and her mouth open up, and she screams in pain. Ah, ah, ah. And she's saying, breathe, breathe. And she's giving birth to the son. So, like the Revelation 12 thing, And don't ask me what the cartoon character type thing is all about. It is what it is. This is just what I'm capturing. It's the spiritual realm. It's different than what we think it is, you know. Kind of hard to explain. Now, here's a fun one. This guy is the goblin he reminds me of the one that's sitting on Jabba's lap. Here's an eye. Whoops. Here's his eye right here. Okay. And another eye right here with a vertical slit in it. And you can see his eyebrows right here. And he's either lifting up his eyebrows or he's, scowling. Here's his nose and his mouth down here. So you see this giant face right here, either lifting his eyebrows or scowling at you. And you can really see this eye over here. It's really defined. And same with this cat eye type thing. That looks like the eye of Sauron or something, doesn't it? All right. So let's back out. Now this one is really fun. All right. Can you see the wolf face before it turns into the demon face? This will be the snout. See the eyes and the ears. So I'll leave that one sitting there. Can you see the wolf turning into that demon type face, Satan face thing? So the first few images I took, it was the wolf huffing and puffing. Do you see him blowing? And then it turns into that demon type face that we've seen, that one. But what you didn't get to see were the pictures that were leading up to it and how this face morphed from a wolf into what looks like the devil. Okay? And this is all going on in your clouds right now, all around you, and you don't even recognize it or know it. It'll look like regular clouds to you, but there's a lot more going on than meets the eye. All right, so there was that one. Here's this one that we've seen before, and it was filtered before, and I had to tint it and stuff, but without the filter, you can see the half face is a goblin on this side, okay, with the pointed ear and the evil grin. And then this half of the face looks almost like an Ewok or some kind of Wolverine character or something. I don't know. I'll let you be the judge of that. But there's this face, a little bit easier to see now with this camera. And that's without the filter right there. So that's what it looked like naturally in the sky. Now let's keep on going down here. Let's see here. This is where the Grinch came out. I'll show you those individual pictures. Let's go through these. Here's the transition one from Jesus to the lion face that we've seen before. All right. Here's just a few pictures of I didn't get all the frames in that one, but where was the other one I wanted to show? Here it is. And then, was that all of them? Oh, now I know where I want to go. So that was some of the, some of the craziness that I captured. And what else was I going to show? Oh. This one right here. Okay, this is not all of the images, but a lot of the images I took that day of this event. Okay, and here, let's just open up this one real quick. You can see this mountain down below. and you can still make out the face and the crown up above, right? Now, as I zoom in, you can see that this is a highway going up the mountain pass, Highway 50 going from Carson City to Tahoe. These big billboards along the way. And then, do you see this white building right here? Just down below the other side of the street that's right here is where I was staying. This is where I was camped out. It was right below this warehouse down here in this little meadow here. And then as we pull back, where's he looking? He's looking right down at where I was camped at. How ironic. And I knew I'd be delivered. I knew it would be delivered. Now, can you see in these smaller formats when it's compressed? Can you see how much clearer the images are? When I do this, okay, now you look at the picture and if you didn't know it was there, you couldn't see it. That's how it kind of looks naturally to you. It's so big and in your face, you can't see it. It's not until it's compressed into this format that you really see it clearer. It's much like a picture in a newspaper that's made up of a bunch of little dots. If you take a magnifying glass up to it, all you see is little dots. But if you step back, and the further you step back, those dots congeal to make an image. And these are at a different dimension. They're like 10 dimensions back from what you guys are used to seeing. All right. And here I took one of the images and turned it sideways. Can you see that right there? Does that look a little bit better? Let's see if we can pop it open. There you can, now it's been turned the right way. Now, there's a beautiful image right there of your Lord and Savior. Wait, let's go back to this one. I want to try that one as well. There you go. Now you don't have to tilt your head to the right. You can see it a lot better. 2 eyes, nose, mouth, chin and beard, hair flowing back, and your crown. Then there was also another event going on at the same time in a different part of the sky over here. And as we go through these, you'll see this little round, little smiley face kind of looking down? Can you see it now here and here and these? It's similar to like my avatar on my channel. Can you see this little smiley face, this little round face, 2 eyes, nose protruding down from the clouds? And then I'd take a few pictures of that, spin back and take some more pictures of this. Now, all of a sudden, Jesus turned into the lion face. This cloud structure has now changed into something else. And as we get into it, maybe you can see him already. Now, where is a good one? Right there, I think. So I'm going to pop this open and see if we can see it real quick. All right, here we go. Now this has changed. This is an eye right here. This is like a little goblin face, and he's covering one of his eyes up with his hand. You see his little horn coming up here. So this chubby little face with a little smile, an eye, and he's covering the other eye with his hand. Then right here is another face, like almost like a troll type looking face with 2 eyes, a nose, and mouth. And then we're going to go to another image here. That was earlier. I think it gets more progress. Maybe this one is a little bit clearer. Now you can make out this guy up here a little bit better. That face right there. And then there's this guy with his eye. You see his big ears. Kind of the other one sticking out here, and he's covering his other eye with his hand. Okay, then the little smiley face guy continues to progress as well as this one. Now you can really kind of see that troll face, this guy, a little bit better now. And there might be other ones that you're seeing in there too. All right, let's go. Think that was about it. And then at the end, it starts to look like a dragon with an eye right here, the snout coming down like the profile of a dragon here. Let's just do that one. Can you see that a little bit? Let's go to the other image, maybe a little bit better. Yeah, almost kind of looking like Godzilla a little bit with an eye right here and the nose coming down. Here's the mouth, the nostril, like the profile of a dinosaur type head. Okay, so that was that one. Now, where's the goblins one? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. That goblin one. All right, so, oh yeah, here's the individual frames of the wolf. Probably that one right there. Okay, yeah, I think here we can zoom in now and pull it down. All right, you can see the eye. Whoops. You can see the eye right here, the other eye right here. You make out the ear, the inside of it right here. You can see this nose and the mouth. Let's go back one. See here, you can really see the eye on this side. And then let's go to that one right there. The eyes of the wolf. And you can see his, whoops. You can see his snout, black nose, his mouth is open, he's huffing and puffing, he's going to blow your house in. And then, whoops. Then it changed to this one. And that's the one we've seen many times. So yeah, it went through stages and progressed from a wolf into this one. Now notice how this eye is more defined and this one isn't so much. But originally it was there. It was more defined as this face developed over time and changed. All right, this one's going to be fun too. Let's start here. This is one we tried to view before and really didn't get a very good job of it. Do I need to point it out or can you just see the face? I mean, it's just blatantly obvious right here. Especially, look in this eye. You can see the pupil and the whites of the eye. You can see the row of teeth. You can see a little goatee hanging off, big long nose. And look, this thing is dropping down out of the clouds. It's at a different altitude than the rest of the clouds. You see these wispy clouds coming down? This thing just dropped down out of the clouds and made a face. Imagine if that stuff was happening to you. You would freak out. I know you would. You think you just stand there and go, oh, no, that's cool. But it gets a little disturbing. And when this happens around me, most people like to just kind of leave. So, but there's this little guy, this little goblin type image, whoever it is, and there's a much clearer shot of it than we had before. Okay. Here's a good example of it dropping out of the clouds. Look, I mean, it came way down. It wasn't like just sticking out. It dropped way down out of the clouds and made its presence known. And this almost looks like some kind of ship hiding back here in the clouds, kind of cloaked. If we pull back, we see that right in there. All right, and this guy looking at you. There's the 4 frames of that, 5 or 6 frames of that guy. There's almost a second eye growing right here. Do you see that? What the heck? Weird stuff. All right. The goblins was one. Which other one did you want to do, Lord? This one? Oh yes. Now this one. Starting right here. Remember I just showed you that smash faced dog looking type character a couple days ago? This is the same face kind of right here. And this was a face that was forming as I went into the store. All right. Then I took these series of pictures of this guy right here, Mr. Grumpy Face, with his little mouth. There's an eye, his little smash nose, and his mouth. And then when I came out of the store, it changed into the Grinch. Here's his nose, his puffy cheeks, his little mouth. It's the Grinch. And then you can see I took a lot of pictures of the Grinch here. You guys can see it, right? Yeah. The nostrils, his puffy little cheeks, his short little mouth, his eyes. Now watch as the Grinch starts to grow horns here, all right? Now here, this last image, he's got some pretty good horns grown. Now look how it starts to turn into a dragon. Can you see the dragon face more here? And turning more into a dragon and more into a dragon. And then right here. So the Grinch, just like the wolf morphing into the other face, the Grinch morphed into the dragon. All right. Oh, also something I need to point out. You see this hill? This is the same hill. This is the same area where I captured Jesus. All these pictures are taken at the same spot. See that hill right there? There's the Grinch right over the hill. Jesus was just kind of to the left of this in the other image, but that's the same hill. I'm in the same spot, same area, taking pictures over the same place on different days. It just follows me everywhere I go. These are some other images that were tacked in there. I really don't see what was in them, but there might still be some. Anyways, there was that Grinch one. Which other one did you want? We did that one. We did those. Let me just see what happened here. Oh, here's the pictures of that Revelation 12 birth type thing. And then here's the pictures of that goofy looking thing, the goofy character starting to form and turns into the mouse with pulling the ear or pulling the eyes up, and then that turned into that Toth looking character with the wolf looking face type thing. So it just keeps changing into different things from one thing into another. And which do we get? This one's a little hard to see. You can see a little angel over here at the beginning. Actually, this one's not even very good. If you watch it up here in the corner, you'll see this eye and this mouth come together, and it turns into. It's not much though. I think we covered them all here. Just do this butterfly guy one more time. You see how it goes from random clouds and then really just kind of gels and organizes and comes together. That's how all these faces kind of start off just normal clouds, and then as soon as my arms go up and I'm in pain, they start gelling and making faces and all kinds of crazy stuff too. Oh yes, let's come back over here. And can go see the Star Wars one real quick with Yoda in it. Where did it go? I pass it? Okay. Hang on just a second. We're going to get to it. Oh, maybe I have to type it in then.
Hey, Chip.
Get to hear it. Oh, please, you guys, really? All right. Nerd wallet. Just what I need. All right. It's 4:18 Eastern. I'm falling asleep. I'll listen and rewatch. Yep, that's fine. Good job, Surfer Go. I didn't expect you to stay up this late, sweetie. All right. Anyways, here's Yoda. Can you see Yoda right here with his eyes, his ears sticking out, his snub nose, short little chin? Let me see if we can get just a tad bit closer. And I think here in just a second we zoom in just a tad bit more. Where is it? Oh, it's coming right now. All right, so let's see if we can get it. Really? It's going to take that long, huh? I'll just do it manually then. There we go. His eyes, stubby little nose, chubby little cheeks, small chin, big old ears coming out, and his domed head right there. So there's Yoda sitting in the sky over the Sierra Nevadas here when I pulled up to this intersection. And then there's the face right there compared to the mountains and everything around it. What was it in this one I wanted to show you too? I think that's capturing it. Right next to Yoda was the lion cub. What is it? From the Lion King, the cub from the Lion King, Simba. Right here, the Simba face shows up. Eye here, eye, nose, his little chin. If we let me just play that part a little bit right there and see if you guys can possibly see that. This is also one of like the Mogwai from Gremlins. If you like make this the eye and that the eye without the dome right there over the head, if you cover the head, that's like the little Mogwai from Gremlins. Can you see it? So there are multiple faces in one. And then oh wait, while we were there, let's take a peek at the Death Star as well. Maybe that showed up a little bit better here. Okay, the destroyed Death Star. The back of it's still round. Here's the radar dish, but this side, in that bottom half, here's the hemisphere or the equator of it. The top half of the Death Star and the bottom part are blown out, and here's the back side. It's the scene out of Star Wars or out of Return of the Jedi or something when the Death Star is all blown up, or maybe it's I forget which episode, but maybe you can see it here. There's the round part, and then the destroyed, blown out part. There's your little radar dish of the Death Star, and that was in the sky the same time that Yoda was. All right, so some different stuff that we can see a little clearer now. Let's go back. You guys got any requests? Was there something I'd showed before that you want to see again? Type it in the chat and say, hey, I'd really like to see this one again, or continue showing Mary again, or, oh, here, let's do this angel. This should show up a lot better now. Here, we'll even.
Welcome back. So I'm real excited to show you this one. This is an angel that was captured on my security cameras, and now I've run it through the filter here. So if you turn your head to the right about 45 degrees, you can make out the head, the hair, the breasts. It's a female, the torso, the waist, the legs coming down here, a wing coming off here, a wing coming off over here. And we'll zoom in on this real quick because this one's nice and clear that you can. Okay, and this is an angel that was caught hovering in a shaft of light over this sleeping child down below here. So, zoom in on it again.
All right, there you go. Also in the background is the demon face with 2 eyes and a mean-looking mouth right here. This little demon face, if you can see that as well, is there in the background in a different dimension. So, beautiful angel right there. That's a real image.
You can see it a lot clearer now because before it was kind of faint, and now with these filters I'm able to make these images pop a little bit more for you guys so you can see them. I'm sorry about the way I have to do it with the camera and the computer, but I don't have any other option. So but I just wanted to bring this angel to you for a moment so you guys can see that this is real. This is security camera footage that's admissible as evidence in a court of law. So what you're looking at right there is admissible as evidence in a court of law.
It's a legal angel.
Okay, it's a real angel right there, sleeping over this kid, over the sleeping kid here. All right, that's it for now. I thought I'd bring this one to you.
All right, hopefully you guys can see that one much better. Okay, and then let's go ahead and finish off the Mary one that we started with right here. Maybe you guys can see this angel right here as well.
Going a little bit tighter. So there's the angel with his back to us and his wings spread. Yeah, you can see a lot better with the filter. Before it was really faint and it was hard to see. Same with this. This came out a little bit better here. Yeah, there's Mary looking down at my head because I was in anguish. I mean, what happened to me was...
This took place right after the Revelation 12 star alignment. Okay, this was, 11 days after, on October 5th. All right, it's, I did something in the spiritual realm prior to this, and this was an anointing. What you're looking at is actually an anointing. There's an angel, there's God, there's Mary, but where's Jesus? Usually when these are together, Jesus is in the picture too. Well, he is, if you know what to look for. All right, we're going to continue on to the Revelation 12 baby, the day before that, being born in my garage. Maybe you can see this a lot better this time too.
Actually captured the day before the other picture, but I hadn't found it for years later until I was digging around through my, my old pictures and stuff and went even further back to see if I'd missed anything, and I captured this one. And we're going to zoom into this streak right up here, this one right here. Just bear with me for a second here. Now, hopefully, you can see that we have a lady's profile here. Here's her eye, here's her forehead, her snub little nose, here's the bottom jaw, she's smiling, she's looking down and she's holding a baby, and here's the baby's head right here. Here's the face, the back of the head, here's her arm cupped around like this, and she's holding the baby. Now I'm going to run this through the filter real quick, and it's going to enhance it, but a little bit too much. See, now you can really make out her profile a lot better and see her face, and her headdress is coming over and going down back behind her. And you can still make out the baby's head right here. And maybe if I pull back a little bit, there we go. And this was captured on October 4th. So this was about 11 days after the Revelation 12 sign. All this stuff started happening to me just prior to the Revelation 12 sign and then right after it. So it said the woman was about to give birth. Well, it looks like maybe she gave birth, and here's the little baby being caught up to God. Yeah, it's a lot better there. Hopefully you guys can see this a little bit better now than before. We'll undo the filter real quick just so you can get the original. Now you can see the baby's head just a little bit better. You can make out his little ear. And then we'll put the filter back in again. And there we go. There's your Revelation 12 baby being born right there in my garage, caught on my security camera. So that's it for now. My next.
All right, so there. Hopefully, you guys can see that one a lot clearer. Pretty cool stuff. A little disturbing when I discovered it, but it is what it is. We can even go here. We will see this one better too.
Hey folks, welcome back. So I've been going through some more of these pictures and running them through the filter and stuff. And not only were we finding angels and Mary and stuff, but there's also demons, and I've also found Satan in this stuff too. So as we're looking here at this picture, what I'm talking about is in this mosaic of blotchy white dots that you see this picture is comprised of. When you zoom in really tight in on a picture, you'll see that it's made up of these splotchy little patches and dots. These new digital cameras make these little blotches. Well, hiding in these blotches are faces. And if you haven't seen it yet, there's an eye right here and an eye right here. And when you make eye contact with these two eyes right here, you'll see the mouth fall into place down here. It's snarling. If you look, it's got some kind of streaks or horns or something or wrinkles coming out of its head up here. And this is some kind of demon or principality. You know, other people refer to them as principalities, but this is what I'm talking about, and hopefully you can see this here. This is a pupil right here of an eye. This is a pupil of a bigger eye. Here's the whites of the eye, the white of this eye. These two eyes. Once you look at those, you'll see it falls into place. Maybe I'll pull back a little bit. You can see it a little bit better. Zoom in. Right about there is good. And you can make out there's teeth here in this mouth. There's a corresponding mouth with these eyes, wrinkles going across the nose here. This is some kind of demon or principality. And it's tucked in the way in the corner of this picture, way back up in here. And you can't even see it as in a normal picture, but you zoom in, swing it over, zoom in, and you can see this face just appear. And there's more faces in this stuff too, but this one's really, really defined and pretty dominant in this picture. So I want to start off with that one. Hopefully you guys can see this one.
And then let's go to another one here. Where is it? There we go.
Here's the mouth, the eyes, the face, the horns of a dragon. I'll pull back a little bit. I'll zoom in. Can you see the dragon? And then as I pan back, you can still see the dragon's face as well as this. This is multiple dimensions in this picture. There's so much going on in this picture. So I'll zoom in again. And you can see the dragon's face right there, signifying that this is the dragon. This stellar core, this object represents is represented by the dragon, I guess. Okay, now.
Oh, come on. I don't need an ad. I just want to go backwards in my own video a couple steps. Dang, YouTube.
So I'll let you look at that for a second. Also, I want to point out over here is the coloration of this cloud over here is kind of reddish. Okay, so we got the red cloud coming in. I'm going to pan back out, kind of give you some perspective a little bit. And then I started noticing some other stuff in here that I'm going to point out. Okay, here I've zoomed in on it. Now, I'm going to point out something here that I have from my spirit videos, and it's what I call like the etherical realm. And I want you to look right here at this dot and this dot. This is a set of eyes. I'm going to pull it over a little bit. We're going to zoom in. Here's the mouth, the eyes, the face, the horns of a dragon. I'll pull back a little bit. And I'll zoom in. Can you see the dragon?
So dragons aren't mystical. They're actually real. In the spiritual realm, okay, they existed in the physical realm at one time as well. Okay. I was blown away when I saw this. I'm like, what? Dragons? Are you kidding me? Come on. Well, no, it's actually part of the revelation. The woman and the dragon. The dragons are in the Bible, yeah. And here's the dragon showing up the day before Easter. My son took these pictures when I went into the store, and every time I go into the store, something comes. When I come out, there's always something going on. And he's like, "Dad, this is what I captured when you went in the store." And he sent me the pictures to my phone, and I kind of processed them, went through them, and then we found the dragon face in there, right there. And this event, let's see if we can get back here. Do you see the hill in the background? It's the same hill. It's the same spot. This happened the day before Easter. I saw that dragon in there, and I went back to this spot the next day on Easter, and that's when we captured Jesus in the clouds there. Okay. Let's see. Any requests? Something that you guys wanted to see more of, or that you didn't get to see clearly? The mark? Want to see the birthmark better? Do you want to see anything else a little bit? Oh. Unfortunately, whoops, no.
Howdy,
That's
folks.
the wrong one. We do kind of have to finish up this one, though, a little bit here, because this, I don't really like showing too much of this, but it is part of the prophecy and part of what's going on here.
So in this sequence here, I've got my camera pointed at the couch now because I've been capturing activity around this couch. And one night I was just sitting on my couch there praying, and wasn't really thinking of capturing anything. Here I was just sitting here praying before I started taking pictures or doing my thing, and it was already running. And lo and behold, there's some kind of demon up here. You'll see some green wings over here kind of flapping, and it lifts up my bike and spits a bolt of energy on it.
Real poltergeist activity.
I had no idea this happened until I went back through my pictures and stuff, and I put this series into motion in a flip book, and I realized, oh my goodness, look what happened. It picked up my bike and spit a bolt of energy on it. This one, you can't really see the face too well, but you can make out the wings kind of flapping. We'll pull it over a little this way a little more. There we go. And this thing turns, picks up my bike, lifts it up and spits a bolt of energy on it. Okay, there's that. I'll let you look at that one for a second longer. Okay, in this series here, I'm sitting on the couch again praying, the camera's set up, and you'll see a purple streak, a bolt come in here, right there, boom. And it hurt. You can see my reaction to it. So we'll let it run again. Here I am sitting here praying. There's all kinds of stuff jumping around in the background, and then zap right there. And that was a real one. I could feel it. And now when I go back, we're going to go back to the top of that bolt and zoom in on the face. Okay, so here's the frame out of that sequence of me getting hit with that bolt. You can see the bolt coming down here. It's got a kind of a purple hue to it or whatever. And then we're going to start zooming in to the face up top here, and it's going to be Satan's face. So you guys ready to see this? If not, you might want to stop the video at this point. But I do not glorify this at all. I do not like to give him attention, but it's important to know that he's real, because he wants everybody to think that he's not real. I think you might be able to see this face without me pointing anything out yet. There we go. Okay, so let me zoom out so I can see it. If you look right here at this eye, this is his crazed eye. The other eye on the other side is bigger. It's the all-seeing eye. It's a little out of proportion, but then you can make out the side of his face, his jawline coming down, the bottom of his chin, his face going up here. Here's his mouth with some evil kind of grin on it. You can see his ear coming out over here. You can make out horns coming up. And this is in that mosaic of dots again, but these faces pop out and they're more prominent. You can see that this one really stands out. And that's Satan right there. You can even make out some wings coming up here. And he's mad. He's mad because I'm praying. And he's spitting bolts of energy at me and spitting on my bike and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. So, it's important that you guys know that this entity is real. He's here right now, causing chaos all over the place. I'm sure you guys can see that. And I'm not doing this to scare you. I'm just doing this to inform you guys that this is what I'm capturing, and this stuff is real, and you can see it attacking me. Just another.
All right, enough of that
guy. So you can see his.
All right, enough of that guy. You guys got to see the demonic realm is real as well. Heaven and hell are real. What was the other one we wanted to see, Lord? Oh, I forget what it was. Look at this, real quick. After the ad, I'm sure, for 1 minute. All right. Welcome back. Just want you to get a little look at this. This is a locust. This is 2 to 3 times the size of our regular grasshoppers around here. And just to give you an idea how big he is, he's about the size of a pack of cigarettes. And that's, like I said, 2 to 3 times the size of the regular grasshoppers around here. That's a big one. And posing for us so you can see him. Like I said, here's a pack of smokes right here. And
pack. He's about the size of a pack of that cigarettes right there.
One big grasshopper.
So I just wanted to show you that we do have locusts here in Nevada, and it ain't just a normal grasshopper. That sucker's about the size of my cell phone almost. So that's it for now. Just thought I'd bring that to you. I told you if I saw one, I would record it. So there you go. There's your locust.
All right. What else can we see here? What was hard to see that we could see a little better now? Okay, I know what we could do. Got rid of that. Did all those. We did Mary. We did angels. You guys can see that one pretty clear. We don't need to go there. But let's go ahead and just finish off with this one, I guess.
Oh.
Actually, we'll start down here.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to my video. My name is Brian Knight, and I've been struggling with this for a while on how to do this video. So please bear with me here. So first off, I want you to look at my ID here. So you know who I am, I say I am. I want you to take note of the date of birth. March 24th, 1970. That's 3 days after spring. Jesus resurrected 3 days after spring.
God works on a celestial calendar, not a Gregorian calendar.
The real Easter is March 24th. In this famous painting here, this shows the Roman soldier piercing Jesus' heart with a spear. Now, what he didn't know is that the heart is on this side over here, but he stabbed him on the right-hand side. So, and then I'm going to show you another painting that depicts this. Okay. They didn't have cameras back then. Sorry, it's shaky.
This before my tripod.
They didn't have cameras back then to take pictures of this, so artists painted what they saw. So for the history.
All right, so stabbed on the side, not right here in the stomach where everybody keeps portraying it. They got the wrong spot. He was stabbed on the side of his chest. Now, angel means messenger. Angel told me that my birthmark was a mortal wound suffered in a previous life. Comes back on your next body as a spiritual scar. Well, here's the birthmark I have on the side of my chest.
On your body in a previous life comes back on your next body as a birthmark. And this is the birthmark that I have on the side of my chest. See? I'll show you a different image here too. There it is again. Okay, on camera. See? Okay. There it is again.
I had no idea about this birthmark my entire life until this angel told me about it. That's what was spooky. There's faces in it too.
Just to prove that this is me. We're gonna go over here. What is this? Hi.
That's what I look like.
Here we go.
Here, that takes forever. Let's just go right to it.
There it is. See? That's the mark. All right. So
Try and get the good
Mhm.
on it.
Here, let's zoom in a little bit there.
Something I need to point out to you guys.
Maybe if I did it like this. There it is. See?
I'm trying to capture it where it's clear. Because I want to point out some stuff in there. There's 3 faces in this birthmark.
That's the mark. All right.
Sorry you're staring at my hairy armpit, but I was trying to show you guys.
There it is. See?
All right, the 3 faces. There's one face right here, 2 eyes, 2 horns, nose, mouth, chin, this face right here. Then there's a bearded face with curly hair right here, 2 eyes, nose. There's a face, Jesus, right there. Then in white, there's 2 eyes as freckles. Right here is God's face. So it's, you can see when it's moving a little bit better there.
All right. So
3 and 1.
That's the mark. All right. So I showed you Mary and angels in my garage. I showed you demons and Satan in my garage. I'm showing you the Nemesis system with Nibiru. Showing you all this evidence. Now I'm showing you the mark. Now, I'm a humble man. I don't like to go around proclaiming stuff like this. So I'm going to leave it up to you to make your decision. But I feel that it's time that the world knows what's going on and who I am. So you're seeing with your own eyes here the evidence that I have. And this has been hard for me to do this video. I've been struggling with it for a while, how to do this and what I'm going to say. So please understand and just bear with me. I'm just a regular man, but some strange stuff's been going on in my life.
Yeah, ever since September 10th of 2017, some strange stuff been going on in my life. One last thing, I want to see if I can find it and show you. Where did it go? Oh, I think we'll just type it in. Heavy. Yep, there it is. You guys having fun? You enjoying this?
And
right there.
I didn't see it until I put all the pictures together, and in the background there's 2 angels locked wing and wing bowing over my kids.
Okay, can you see the wings right here? They're bowing.
You can make out its head and its halo when it comes back up.
Here, maybe I'll cut out the commentary and just try to get right to it. Okay. Angels only bow to God. They were bowing in front of the camera because they knew I put that camera there to capture some angels over the kids like I captured before. And then they showed up, started bowing. Okay. This is all really happening, you guys. It's not a joke. It's been hard for me to do this. It's hard to tell the world something that they would just refuse to believe, even though everybody's desperate for it to happen. Well, it did, but now they just refuse to believe. Amazing how ironic it is. So we are going to close out with this one then, since you can see it much better now. Going on the sun, but I really don't feel like reporting on that stuff right now.
Actually, I want to go back and revisit an event that happened earlier this year, 2020, around Easter, when I captured what appears to be Jesus in the clouds here. So I need you to tilt your head to the right about 45 degrees, and here's an eye, his other eye, his nose, his mouth, his chin and beard, his hair flowing back like this, and you can make out a crown up here above his head. That crown is hovering over his head. There seems to be almost a little halo around his head, too. And once you see that image, then we can zoom in just a little bit tighter. There you go.
All right. One more reading and then we're done. Yeah, somebody wanted to hear this. Yeah, cool. They're still here. Okay. I meet you in the stillness of your soul. It is there that I seek to commune with you. A person who is open to my presence is exceedingly precious to me. My eyes search to and fro throughout the earth, looking for one whose heart is seeking me. I see you trying to find me. Our mutual search results in joyful fulfillment. Stillness of the soul is increasingly rare in this world. Addicted to speed and noise. I am pleased with your desire to create a quiet space where you and I can meet. Don't be discouraged by the difficulty of achieving this goal. I monitor all your efforts, and I am blessed by each of your attempts to seek my face. I give you joy in your journey through the world. This sparkling gift is not a luxury, it's a necessity. There are bumps in the road ahead, as well as sharp curves, ascents, and descents. Without joy in your heart, you will become weary and discouraged. Joy is not dependent on the circumstances in your life. It can transcend them all. This is why impoverished people are often more joyful than those who have material wealth. Sick and even dying people can also be joyful when they're trusting in me as their Savior, Lord, and friend. Seek to spread joy in the world around you. Let my light reflect from your demeanor through your smiles, your laughter, and your words. The Holy Spirit will equip you to do this as you give him space in your life. Ask him to fill you with contagious delight. Concentrate on staying close to me, and I will lead you along the path of life. In my presence, there is fullness of joy. My paths are beyond tracing out. Come to me with humility in your heart, bowing before my infinite intelligence. Relinquish your demand to understand and accept the fact that things are simply beyond your comprehension. Because I am infinite and you are finite, the limitations of your mind make it possible for you to understand much of what happens in your life and in the world. So it's vital to make room for mystery in your worldview. You are privileged to know many things that were formerly mysteries, things that have been kept hidden for ages and generations. The New Testament is full of revelations that came through my incarnation, life, death, and resurrection. You are immeasurably blessed to have this priceless knowledge. Nonetheless, the ways I work in your world are often mysterious to you and beyond tracing out. This presents you with a choice: to resent my ways or to bow before me in wonder and worship. Marvel at the depth of my riches, of my wisdom, and my knowledge that I like to share with you. All right, that's it, you guys. Fun little thing there with now that we got a better camera and we can see this stuff a lot clearer. I wanted to kind of go through there, reassure some of you guys. Okay. Reassure some of you people. Because I know things are going to get even crazier here. So you're going to want to hold on to
You can
these.
see that this
Build your foundation. Because the times are getting closer and closer. Each day we're getting closer and closer. So it's important that you understand more and more of this as we try to get through this and give you guys some strength so you'll have the endurance to make it to the end. All right. So there's Jesus showing up on Easter, the Lion of Judah showing up over the hill, right where all the other activities happened before. So just thought I would do another little spiritual thing tonight because we're always doing volcano, earthquake, disaster, doom and gloom stuff. I wanted to bring you guys a little bit of joy and a little peace and some security as well. Okay. That's it for now. I love you all. I miss you all. God bless you all. And until my next show, I'll be back.